Hello, Abraham.
Hello, Liana. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Doing great. Thank you.
Abraham, I extend my gratitude for accepting my invitation. The main objective in this interview is to give you the opportunity for exposing your different experiences and your deep relationship with Colombia. It's okay?
Sounds great.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The first question, where are you from?
I am from Michigan, way in the north of the United States, near Canada.
Wow, near Canada. Mm. Welcome to Colombia because Colombia is the country of the beauty.
Absolutely. Most beautiful country I've ever seen.
What city is the most beautiful in Colombia?
Ooh, Villavicencio.
Villavicencio. Wow. Villavicencio is near. Okay. What captivates you most about Colombia?
Hmm, lots of things, but especially the landscapes, the culture, the music, the literature, um, the people, very friendly people, very open, kind.
I agree with you. In special, the landscape. I like I like watching the landscape. I like sharing my time with my family in different spaces.
Absolutely. Me too.
Okay. What is the nature of your current link within Colombia?
Well, right now, I am living here because I love it so much and because my wife was Colombian, also really loves her country, and this is the best place in the world for us to live.
Wow, it's truly the diverse culture is important. Is
Absolutely.
this aspect captivates your attention. Okay.
Absolutely.
Could you elaborate on your professional experiences within Colombia?
Yeah, absolutely. I first came to Colombia as an English teacher. I taught English to tourist guides and teachers. Then after I taught private classes and taught classes online for a few years. And now I work in marketing.
Marketing? Wow, it's interesting. Marketing is very different. Education and marketing. I know that you have concentrated
Yeah, a little bit. Yep,
concentrated.
absolutely. I mean, it's a little bit different. Be Before I was teaching people English, now I'm teaching them to buy products from my company.
Two aspects,
But it's
education
still
and
teaching.
business. And business. Okay.
Mhm.
What leisure activities do you especially enjoy during your free time?
Hmm. I really like hiking and I like to visit different um beautiful areas around Villavicencio, like the hot springs um in the mountains where there's hot water um and places where you can go into a sauna, natural saunas. I also like to go to the movies very much.
Oh, wow, me too.
I go to the
I
movies a lot.
like watching movies, in special action and romantic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I like action movies a lot too. And my wife likes romance movies, so I like to watch them with her too.
I hate, I hate the movies of the horror movies.
Horror movies? Oh, those are my favorite. I watch horror movies all the time. I like to be
Okay.
scared.
Okay. Mm, next question. What kind of professional project do you aspire to carry out in the future, in your future?
Yeah. Well, my wife and best friend are working on a foundation to help schools get improved internet access. So I'm looking forward to supporting that, and I I write their stories to make publicity for the foundation. And also I hope to move up in my company so that I have more power and more money.
Wow. Mm. The activity in the foundation is productive.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun and I think very important as well. I think that it's important for me as a visitor in this country to give back to the community in any way that I can.
I think that is very important to interacting with the community. I-
Absolutely.
yes, yes. In my case, I interact with educative community every day.
Absolutely.
Okay. Abraham, would you be willing to share with us some strategies to effectively acquire a foreign language, as in this case, English?
Yeah, let me think. So I think first of all, the most important thing for me learning Spanish, and also I think for my students when I was an English teacher, is practice, conversation practice as much as possible. Not to be perfect, but just to communicate. I also think that it's important, at least for me, to focus on learning phrases and not just single words. Because if you learn English one word at a time, then it's more difficult to speak fluently and in a way that sounds natural for a native speaker. It's also confusing to hear English when thinking word by word because phrases have their own special meaning. So I think that was really important for me. Um, Also, I think hearing English sounds as much as possible is important. I always recommended television, movies from different parts of the English speaking world, England, the north of the United States, Florida, Texas, because then you hear a variety of accents. If you only learn British English listening to British English lessons, then when you hear someone speaking English from a different region, you won't be able to understand. Just like many people in the United States cannot understand British people when they're speaking, just because of the accent.
Thank you for just your suggestions. And it is
Yeah,
similar. Colombia has different regions. The
absolutely. It's
people,
exactly that.
the people speak different.
Yep, absolutely. I was my Spanish was getting a little bit better. Then I went to Pasto and their pronunciation different. Their their vocabulary. They use different words for things. I needed a separate small dictionary just for the words that they use in the Nariño region of Colombia. And the same thing when I was living in Spain for 10 months. And in the south of Spain, I couldn't understand anyone in the villages because they didn't pronounce the S sound at all. So I yeah, I think hearing other accents is very important.
But you have an advantage. Your wife is Colombian.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
she was very patient with me for many years while I was learning Spanish.
Another question. What are your perspectives on the educational challenges facing Colombia?
I think that one of the biggest challenges from it from a teacher's perspective is classroom sizes. It is so incredibly difficult to be an effective teacher with 45 students in a classroom. I think that the teachers spend a lot of time trying to control the class and they cannot give individual attention to the students that need it because there's simply no time. Um, you cannot pay attention to all 45 students. Um, I also think that sometimes perhaps it's more difficult when there's issues with internet connectivity in schools. That's something that I'm personally invested in trying to improve in our region. We did one school. There's going to be 3 or 4 more this year that we're going to do installations for. Um, I also think that there's sometimes challenges for certain subjects. Take English, for example. They say learn English because it will help you make more money. But then the students, maybe with fewer resources, families with less money, they say, well, I'm not going to travel to any other country. I probably won't leave my village. Why learn? What will I gain? I think that finding ways to motivate students and make them understand that education is their best path to a better, more comfortable life is really important. But when they see schools starved for resources, sometimes without essential tools, they think, well, not even the school gets support, so why should I believe them that learning will help me? Um, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. I just think that being a teacher in Colombia and being an effective teacher in Colombia is uniquely challenging, and that the teachers here deserve extra respect and appreciation because of how difficult their jobs are.
Yes, I agree with you. I want to tell you about my experience. For example, in my school, the different grades have a lot of students, 40, 45. It's very difficult to teach them. It's difficult. There is an technological resource possible. There isn't. Mm, we have different books for working in class. We don't have more resources. It's very difficult for us. I think that the teachers in Colombia, we have a great challenge because we are working with a lot of love, but we don't have materials. We don't have materials. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Abraham,
Of course.
accepting my invitation.
My pleasure.
And I have an extra question.
Absolutely.
And we are working in communication class with the teacher Mari. We want that you participate in a class in 14 May. It's possible?
I will see. I need to check. Oh,
yes.
hello.
Hello. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Let me see. 14th of May. I what time is the class and where is the school again?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock a.m.
At night. It's possible to 15th May. 14th
And
or 15th.
what it's the 14th, 15th of May. And where's the school? Because I don't drive.
Online.
Oh, yes.
Online.
Absolutely. 100%.
For 2 hours. For 2 hours.
Yeah. Let me know the details, but yeah, my job gives me 40 hours to volunteer every year. And they want us to do more volunteer hours because nobody is doing their volunteer work. So I usually every year I do, well, I've been doing like a project at whatever school Deanna's working at. But for 2 hours, absolutely no problem. Um, I will I will be in touch. Send me a message on WhatsApp
Okay.
about the details. And I will request time from work to join the class.
Okay.
And then I'll just check and make sure I whatever day I have fewer meetings, I'll choose that one. But I'll let you know like soon.
The main objective in this encounter is interacting with you, with an 80, with an age. Okay.
All right, perfect. Yeah, no problem at all. Happy to
Okay.
help.
Thank you, Abraham.
Hey, no
See you
problem.
see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.